Hey guys, welcome to my Nigerian farm. Do you remember the video I did where I talked about how hard it is for poultry farmers in Nigeria? Yes, this video, this one right here. I told you guys how much loss I was making and because of the market environment. So I want to provide an update to that. The reason for that video is not to discourage anyone, although I've gotten a number of compliments from people who were appreciative of the sincerity. The thing is, I have seen a lot of farm close around me because people will come in and they think, okay, this is what it is. This is the market. There was a time farm business was very lucrative in Nigeria. Those days are, I won't say they are gone, but they are not today. Okay, so but this is an update, and in that video, I said that between January and Easter, things will turn over because we have these undulations in the market. It goes up and down. And people who don't understand it might invest their last card at a very wrong time. For me, I am a perfect example of how it can go wrong. Because as at that time, I have pullets that just started laying. They were laying small eggs, they were laying lower percentage. And that was the time that the feed kept on going higher, higher, higher in terms of price. The grower feed, for example, then in January, by this time last year, we were buying it at about 2,000, maybe 2,100 or 2,200, depending on the one you're buying. Today, grower feed is at 4,800. So you see how the thing just climbed, and egg price didn't climb as much. But things have changed, and for someone like me, my birds have improved in their laying and the size of egg that they lay. So it has turned around for me. Right now, I have my beds laying at about I have about 800 beds, and I have my before I used to have over 1,000 beds. I had like 1,200, but some of them were already old then, so I sold them in December. Those are old layers. And you remember the video I did where I talked about that's a potential business. Actually, there's a young man that bought my beds from me and made a lot of money from it. So that's a potential business people can look into doing during the festive season in Nigeria. But the beds I have now, they are laying at about average of 20 and a half crates. Still, we're not there yet for 800 beds. I was expecting, for 800 beds, I will be expecting at least 25 crates. But we're getting there. And I'll tell you why we're not there yet. So, we're laying about 20 to 21 crates. And so that means we're now profitable. We're now making money from the venture in poultry laying. Before, with 800 beds, they were laying about 8 to 9 crates a day. There's no way you're making money. And if the feed is going up there, at the time I was losing lots of money every week, a lot of money. But that's the stage of the farm. Nowadays, this is a rough calculation. So I have about 800 beds that are giving me around 21 crates of eggs a day, and the commercial price for eggs is about 1,100. That's the farm gate price for eggs. And these 800 beds, they require about 4 bags of feed per day. And those bags of feed, they sell for about 4,900. Some of them sell for 5,000 actually for the layers. But let's say 4,900, which is the average. Sorry, let's say 5,000 to give it a nice round number. So that means that on the average, I make about 3,000 naira a day from those beds. Um, if there's like a 20 and a half crates, which is what they make, I make about 2,500 naira a day from those beds, which is about 70,000 naira in a month. It's not a lot of money, but I'm not losing money because it covers not only the feeds, the medication, but also the salaries of at least one or two workers in the farm. So I'm not losing money now. I hope to improve on the laying capacity of these beds so that I can now make my own money because that's why I'm doing this. I'm doing this to make money from it. But the reason my beds now, because they're about 37 to 40 weeks, they're supposed to be laying more than 21 crates or 70%. They are supposed to be laying more than that. The reason they are not is because of that fluctuation in feed prices. The feed prices were so uncertain, and the demand for egg was so low at some point that instead of giving them enough feed to lay more eggs that I will not be able to sell, I had to reduce the ration I was giving them. So if I was supposed to give them 4 bags a day, which is optimal, I had to reduce it to about 3, sometimes to about 2 bags a day. I had to do it in such a way that I didn't lose them. And to be honest, I lost less than 10 beds, not a lot of it, to be honest. So we had to do it in that way to reduce the amount of feed we give them. We gave them a lot of water replacement, whatever that did to them. But the reason we did that was we didn't want them to be laying a lot of eggs that we weren't able to sell. So that's why it has impacted their productivity, and that's why till now they've not gotten to 85%, which is what I expected, where I expect them to be by this time of their life. So that's the give and take you get sometimes in this market. Sometimes you have to make some changes that will affect you in the future, but hopefully I'll get it corrected. I've spoken to some nutritionists and to some people who are experienced, and they told me that I now have to overfeed them to make up so that they will just lay more. I have to overfeed them, but again, the price of feed is 5,000 naira. I don't think I can afford to do that now. Hopefully I'll be able to do that later and they will show better performance, but I'll update you guys on how it goes. So that's it. The average poultry farmer in Nigeria now is not really crying as we were some months ago, but we're not out of the woods yet. And if you look at the global projection, the price for corn is not going to come down anytime soon because of the situation we had last year, the lockdowns and the natural disasters. So that behooves every farmer to look for another way to reduce the costs in the farm so that you can survive, because this is just what it is. On the other hand, when I look at my native chicken flocks, it's as if I'm joking. They don't really care whether the global price of corn is this or they don't care. They still survive and thrive. And that is one area I'm going to focus a lot of my energy this year. I'll keep you guys on the loop. I'll tell you guys however it goes, and we'll see that. But this suffices to say that the business is turning around now. It's still not a very good time to get into it, but at least it's a good time to survive in it if you're a farmer in there. We expect it to do better till Easter. After Easter, it can go anywhere. That's our projection. We expect the business to be good between now and Easter. After Easter, it can go anywhere. Anyway, thanks guys, and I appreciate those who have subscribed. I was very happy when I saw the number of subscribers I have. Please share the videos and hopefully you learn something from it. See you guys in my next video.